I'm back, and Capone wants to watch the video too, so he's gonna just chill in the background and be a little weirdo like he always is. Alright, so today I am going to go over curling your hair. Last time I did straightening, this time I'm gonna do curling. So, there's 100 million things that you can use on the market right now to curl your hair. I have a lot. So I'm gonna go over some of the things that I use, and then I'm gonna show you my favorite one that I use the most often and go from there. So first things first, we have your standard curling iron. This is Hot Tools with the clip. I'm sure everybody knows how this one works. Grab the pieces, section it off, get it going. The only thing that I don't like about this one is I always get a mark from the clip and it drives me insane. Also, for some reason, I find like my curls don't last as long with this one, but it is kind of better for precision curling. So maybe if you're doing like a pinup look or you're looking for your curl to be a certain way, that's a good one to use. Then I have just your standard, sorry, there's cords wrapped around each one, your standard 1.5 inch Revlon curling wand. I love this one when I have long hair. Right now my hair I feel is too short to really get more than kind of a beachy wave off of it. And for me with my hair, beachy waves only last one day. I don't know how these girls get theirs to last for the 3 and their hair looks beautiful the whole time. My hair, even though it's curly, frizzy, straighty, textury, won't hang. The next I have is kind of interesting. It is a square one. This was actually the first curling wand I ever got. It gives you really good ringlets. I don't know why it's square. Well, that's all I have to say about it. I don't really use this one anymore. The most interesting one I have, actually I got from my grandma because she had one and I loved it when my hair was longer, but now it's too short, and it is this. So let me plug it in and I'll show you, hold on. Okay, so this is it right here. Basically, you put a section of your hair in here, you hold it down, and it wraps your hair up. Let's see if I can get this to work for me, because my hair is really short, so like I said, it didn't work last time I tried. Alright, so see, it takes the hair in, it beeps, and then you release the curl. And, yeah, see, because my hair, it's just not going to work. So, what I'm going to show you is what I do currently to curl this mess into a style that I actually enjoy. Alright, so, I know some girls do it without sectioning their hair, but I'm really big on sectioning my hair. So, just to start it off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hair in its first section. So kind of like before, I do it from like halfway down the back of the ear to get the small little sections for me. And then I just pull the rest into a ponytail. Alright. And then I brush it through because if it's tangly, that'll ruin it for you. And I take my first section, and this is about 1 inch, I think, give or take. So that should work. Now I am working on today clean hair, so we'll see how long the curls hold. Look at this cat porno happening right here. Are you enjoying yourself? Are you having a good time? He stopped, he's busted. Alright, so I just realized I did not introduce this straightener. This one is my favorite currently. So this is a plugged in, I don't know, I got it at Sally's, it's pink. And as you can tell, it has a wide barrel that goes down to thin. I feel that this one is kind of the best for me right now because I can pick what I want for the different lengths of my hair. So since these pieces are, 3 inches long, I'm going to use this top section. Then when I get to the top of my hair where it's actually longer, I actually use the whole barrel. And what it does is it creates kind of more volume to more of a curl at the bottom. So I just go ahead and I start off by wrapping it around the ends and then I roll it into my head. I feel that that's the best way that I can get the curl without burning myself. My ear, my hand, is if you just roll it in. I think if you start at the base of the hair and then pull, there's a lot more of a chance of there being that kind of damage. Alright, and so I'm going to set it down and I'm going to go for my next. So one thing that I think is really important, especially when you're doing a hairstyle that maybe you're not comfortable with or you're learning something new, is you pick somewhere where you're comfortable to do it. So in my room, I have a huge mirror right here. I have this area that I sit in. As you can see behind me is my mess of too much makeup and too many hair bows. This is for me the most comfortable spot in my whole house for me to get ready. I have natural light coming out of this window. It just is good for me so I can actually sit here and relax. Because whenever you're getting ready, the last thing that you want to do is stress on it. You're getting ready for you. If somebody doesn't like how you look, fuck them. You're doing this for you. You want to feel good. You want to feel pretty. You want to enjoy your look. So just make sure you're comfortable and you're doing what makes you comfortable. And that's just it. So I'm going to curl these all in the same direction because I am kind of going for not so much of a tight curl. So when I brush them out, they're going to kind of cling together and curl up a little bit more. So let me just finish this back part. And go creepy quiet on you. Alright. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, since again, it's just all the same motion around the head until I get to the very top, is I'm going to turn off the camera. I'm going to finish getting this all done. And then when I get to something that I'm doing different, I'll turn it back on and continue to talk. Alright, bye from me and Capone. Hey, excuse me. Say goodbye. Alright. See you in a minute. Okay, so now I am getting to the longer parts of my hair. I have all this curled and I've avoided kind of the front bits as much as I possibly can. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to show you how I kind of get the mid to top sections going. So I'm going to pick like right here, temples, because I've done everything from the ears down. And pull this up so it's out of my way. Hair tie it. Okay, so what I go ahead and I do is, again, I try to leave my bangs out as much as possible. That was rad. Looked like a weird comb over. So, just try to get out of my face. Okay. So, the front sections. So this is kind of the part right here that frames your face. So it's really one of the most important parts that you do. So I always just kind of try to take my time with it. So I get my curler and I try not to get the cord all up in my way. And so I start at the top. And see how like I'm wrapping it super flat on there? There's no bumps or the hair's not rolled. That's really important so you get a clean curl, a clean, pretty curl. So, and then I didn't say how long I hold it on, but generally I just eyeball it, usually when it starts to kind of feel hot on my head. And then you kind of give it a little tug down. Maybe cool it a little bit. Just smoosh it up into this little thing. Alright, and I'm pretty satisfied with that. So I'm going to do that process for this section all the way around. Alright? Alright, so then when I get to this very top bit, I actually, instead of like section it off into like a weird ponytail on the side, what I go ahead and do is I just start pulling out smaller sections and everything, and I just start curling them. One thing too that I don't think that I mentioned before is I never put my direct like ends, the very ends of my hair, my poor bleached hair, onto it, the curling iron. I always hold them off. See? You don't need to do that to your ends. That's not it burns it, it makes it so you have to get haircuts sooner, it gives you split ends. So if you can prevent the very ends of your hair from getting on the heat as much as possible, that's really kind of the best thing for your hair. Okay, so here is my whole head looking like Shirley Temple. On the good shit. Okay. Alright, so here's the most important part that you cannot cut out of your process. You have to let your curls cool. If you brush them out right now, you're going to lose them. They're going to fall out. You're not going to have that lasting power. So you need to give them at least 15 to 20 minutes, in my opinion, to chill out and do their thing and decide how they want to sit and, really kind of let your hair grip into the style. And then you can go ahead and un-Shirley Temple yourself and give it a soft wave. So I'm going to go do stuff around the house, and I will be back once these have cooled down, and I will show you my final process. All right. All right. So now that your curls have had a minute to cool and set, you're just going to go ahead and give them a comb through. I use one of these. Oh, wait, there's the camera. I use one of these big, huge combs. I got it on Amazon for like $5. Give it a little brush through. Not too hard. From here, you can go ahead and do something else with your bangs if you have fringe like I do. If you want to go ahead and flat iron it or whatever, but mine's kind of sitting okay. I blow dried it this morning, so it seems to be cooperating. So your last step you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and hairspray. Okay. So my favorite hairspray right now is the Paul Mitchell Stay Strong, and I just go from the bottom. You can't see it on camera, but you kind of can. And that will keep it held pretty good. And then I don't like to tease my hair. I dye my hair about every 6 weeks, like I said in my first video, and it's not damaged because I have a good hair lady, but I don't like to push my luck because it is pretty bleached and conditioned. So what I go ahead and use is this Kevin Murphy powder puff, and all you do is you just sprinkle a little bit in your roots, and then you just rub it in, and it gives you instant volume. Alright, well, I hope you guys like this tutorial. This is just number 2, so bear with me while I still kind of figure this out. So, thank you so much for your time, and I hope you have a great day. Bye, guys.